Hello, my name is Kathy. I work at the Columbus Public Library. Today, I'm going to take you through a really quick and down and dirty tour of NoveList, which is one of the databases available through GALILEO. GALILEO stands for Georgia Online Learning Library, and it's a series of electronic databases, full-text magazine, journal articles, newspapers, videos, ebooks, and a few other databases that you can use for research. And it was put together by the University System of Georgia. Now, in order to get to GALILEO, you need to go through our website, which is www.cvlga.org. That's Charlie, Victor, Larry, George, Arthur.org. So it's cblga.org. When you put that into the address bar and click on your search button or hit the enter key, it will bring up our homepage, which looks like this. Just a quick tour here of our homepage. Has all of our information right here. Our reopening plan, when the big read returns in 2020, that we're doing curbside service right now for checkout. So anything you want to know, you can come to our homepage. So right now, I'm going to show you how to get to GALILEO. There are two ways to do it, and we're basically going to do it by going directly to GALILEO, and we're going to do it through this gray toolbar that's underneath our logo. So you'll go to the drop-down menu, and you'll go down to GALILEO and click on it. And this is GALILEO's homepage. Over here on the right, it gives you some how-to videos on how to use the databases. It tells you a little bit about our library system, which is known as the Chattahoochee Valley Libraries. Consists of 4 city branches, which the Columbus Public Library is the main branch, and 3 county branches. You can also get to our catalog through here and to our Ask a Librarian email. Down below here is in the spotlight, and then down below, and this is usually a spotlight on one of the databases and one of the topics within the database. And this spotlight is on violence and abuse abstracts. So that's emotional abuse, family abuse, any type of abuse like that. And then underneath that, at the very bottom of the dialog box, there is GALILEO News and System Alerts. Now we're going to get to the database, NoveList. And to do this, we come up here to this lime green toolbar, and we'll click on Databases A to Z. There's a number of ways to search from this page, the second web page here. You can do a search on a term. So if you're going to search Martin Luther King Jr., you just type it here in the search box and click the search button. This brings up everything that's within any of the databases in GALILEO on Martin Luther King Jr. It can be ebooks, videos, journal articles, magazine articles, newspaper articles, anything of that sort. You can also click on the letter for the databases. So if you click on N, that gives you an alphabetical order of all the N databases in GALILEO. Or you can enter a database name or keyword and search that way. So I'm going to put in NoveList, and I'm going to click Find Database. Now we're going to take a look at NoveList Plus. We're going to click on that. And then we're going to click on the top, NoveList Plus. Now this is our library system will come up because we're the ones that are hosting the GALILEO databases. Now, before you get into any of the databases, if you are using GALILEO at home, you need a password. I've already put in the password because I was taking a look at NoveList, but the password for now is Kneel, Kneel, and you will put that in before it allows you into the database. If you're using any of the Galileo databases within the libraries, within our library system, you don't need to put in the password. You can just go straight into Galileo. Now this is NoveList. It's basically a help tool for librarians so they can do what's called Reader's Advisory, which is recommending books that their patrons might enjoy that are similar to books that they've already read. However, you can use this, as we are now closed and only doing curbside checkout. I'm sorry. This will be a way for you to look for books that are similar to books that you enjoy to read. It is an extensive database. So I'm only going to hit the bare bones of it. But that should be enough to allow you to get the information that you need and to find books similar to the ones that you enjoy. Now, there is a new feature that I noticed earlier, and it is Pbs Books videos. These are videos created by Public Broadcasting System, and they are author videos. They're videos done by the authors of the works that you enjoy, that they've created, and they talk about their books. It's probably a very wonderful source, again, to look for other books that you might enjoy, because it's an author directly speaking about a type of book that you've enjoyed before. The other thing I would recommend is to create an account, and you just click sign in. If you don't have an account, you can create an account. I'm not going to do that, but you just do your first name, your last name, put in an email and confirm an email. You'll create a username and create a password that has to be at least 6 characters long and has one number and one special character. And then you confirm your password. You'll pick a secret question, answer that secret question, click the consent box, and then click continue. I'm not going to create an account now because it'll take a time to do it, and I would like to get to show you what's available. So I'm going to head back to NoveList, to the home page, and show you what's available that you can use to find books that may be similar to ones that you've enjoyed before. There are a number of ways. This is the home page. And you can do, I'm in the mood for books that are exciting, heavy. Oops, didn't mean to do that. Let's head back. So this is just a way of looking for books that might be similar. You can also browse by what are called genres. And these are books for adults. These are for teens, ages 9 to 12, and 0 to 8. There are keeping up pages. So you can keep up with your favorite genre or ones that intrigue you, and you just do browse all keeping up pages. So let's click on historical fiction, and it breaks it down. So you've got genre essentials for teens, adults, older kids. Some of the awards you might need to know if you're interested in award-winning books, titles that you might want to try, and then the bottom part is for librarians, so you won't need to worry about that. But the keeping up pages, and this is for book clubs. So if you have a book club, you might want to look here to see what they say are good book club books. So the keeping up pages are a good place to start because that'll get you into books that you are similar to books that you've read or books that you think might interest you. And if you've got an account, you can save the books to your folder. You can also save them to a USB drive or print out a list of books. So let's go back to the home page real quick. And these are the other genres that are available. And if we keep scrolling down the home page, we've got award winners, featured award winners, and audiobooks, because they do allow you audiobooks. So if you like to read audiobooks, you can just click on Browse Audiobooks, and it gives you something, the new and forthcoming audiobooks, ones that you might want to listen to for the summer. And then over here, we've got recommended reading lists for the different genres, even for kids, older kids, teens, teen fantasy and science fiction, African American. You can browse. So any way you want to get to an audiobook. If you find a book or an audiobook that interests you, you can go back to our web page and search our catalog to see if we have it available. Put it on hold. We will go pull it off the shelf, and when it's available for checkout, we will text or email you. You pull up to the side of the library where the book drop is, and you'll call the number. We'll check it out, and somebody will bring it out to the trunk of your car or the table that's out there. That's what we're doing now. We're doing contactless checkout. So anything that's in here, you can search in our catalog to see if we haven't put it on hold. You can also do a search. Title, author, series. If you know a narrator of a book, you might want to search on the narrator to see if there's other books featuring that protagonist, that narrator. You can do an advanced search. It will save your search history. So if you click on search history, right here, it will save what you've searched. So I have not done any searches, so there aren't any searches saved. There are quick links. So you've got author read-alikes. This might be the place you might want to start. So we've got Clive Barker and Stephen King. They write similar. We'll click on Clive Barker here. And this gives you why read authors like this. And then gives you a list of read-alikes. And so it'll be books and authors that are similar to Clive Barker that you might enjoy if you enjoy reading a Clive Barker book. Same with Stephen King or Toni Morrison or any of these authors. P.D. James, Jonathan Kellerman. So any author that you like and you think there might be something out there that is like written, that is like what the author has written, you can find on this author read-alikes. And then again, you can print out a list, save them to a USB drive, go directly to our catalog and search our catalog. Or if you have an account, you can save them to a folder. Then you've got book club resources. So if you've got a book club, this will give you a list of titles and book discussion guides and articles about book clubs that you can look at. And then you've got that's for librarians. You've got books to movies. So if you saw the movie but haven't read the book, you click on that link. And it gives you the title of the book and the title of the movie. And if the movie is different than the title of the book, they'll give you the title of the movie, like 3 seconds. And this was known as The Informer. This is by Rosalind Anders. and it tells you when the movie or when it's coming to Netflix is coming out. So those at the top are ones that are coming, that have already come out. Most of these, and as you scroll down, it gives you later dates for when movies are coming out. And right now, as you know, a lot of movies are going directly to streaming because of the COVID-19. So if you are interested in any of these books because you've already seen the movie, this is where you would come to find those books. And you can again narrow it by adult, children, fiction, or nonfiction. And then we have genre outlines. And this will get you up to speed, say, in fantasy. And it gives you a short description of what happens in a fantasy, what is fantasy fiction, and why do people like fantasy fiction. Again, it's geared toward librarians, so some of this you might not read. And then it gives you some key titles. You can look through this list and key authors and see if there's anything you might not have read or anything that's similar to ones that you have read that you might like. So the best place to start would be with these quick links. You've got grab and go book lists. These are lists that you can print off real quick and see what's available. Here are STEAM science fiction and nonfictions for teens. You can share this with a teacher. You can share it with yourself. You can print this list off and take it home to your teen, see if anything catches their eye. Or if they're reluctant readers, but you know they enjoy a certain topic like weather, here's a work that you can look for in our catalog that you think they might read. So this is another place to start these quick read, grab and go book lists. It gives you every genre and subgenre that there is. Now the genres that they have listed, these are your typical genres. They are crime and suspense, fantasy, historical fiction, horror and gothic fiction. And horror and gothic fiction, usually takes place in the deep dark castle, and it may feature a vampire or a werewolf or a zombie or Stephen King. And then we've got mysteries and romances, science fiction, nonfiction, African American, Australian, and Canadian literature. Now these are the main genres that they have on NoveList. Now subgenre is a genre within a genre. So under romances, you may have, or they call them themes, you may have, let's go to romances. You may have best friends, childhood sweethearts, captive hearts, enemies to lovers, falling for friends. So a subgenre is just a genre that is written within the genre that is similar to the genre, but it's a theme on a specific topic or theme. So, like getting together for kids and unplanned pregnancy leads to marriage, coming back to the place you left behind is home again. Any of these would be a subgenre within the genre. And let me go back. And then we have appeal. What appeals to you? What do you want to read? And it's not coming up. So Do you want fast-paced and action-packed, which would be a quick read? Do you want nonlinear and stylistically complex, which basically means a book that has some angst in it or a really big problem that can't be solved or something like that? You've got diverse and engaging, which is LGBTQIA, if you're interested in that type, and heartwarming and witty. So depending on what you enjoy to read, this is where you can come to find those books and ones that would be similar. You can also make your own appeal mix, and you choose a character, you choose a category, so writing style. Let's say we want a engaging writing style, and then character we want awkward character, and then pace we want fast paced, and then you just click find titles. And here's what we get. We get 11 books that may be similar to the ones that you've read before and that they think you might enjoy reading. You can do a search up here, just a basic search. So if we do an author search, let's just do Anne Perry. Whoops, she's got an A, I'm sorry. And then click search. And this brings up all of Anne Perry's different novels. And right now she's got 3 or 4 series going. She's got one, of course, the Charlotte and Thomas Pitt series. She's got the William Monk and Hester Latterly series. She's got one that takes place in World War I. She's got one that takes place in World War II. And she's got one that takes place in New York that is Daniel Pitt, who is the son of Thomas Pitt and Charlotte Pitt. But this is how you would search on an author, and it breaks down their series. And over here on the right hand side, it gives you read-alikes. So this is where you would look if you wanted to find something similar, and something similar to Anne Perry and her novels. So if we click on Alexander Tasha, it brings up all of her books. These are more along the romantic mystery, because it features a husband and wife team. I've read a few, I've enjoyed them. But if you're like Anne Perry, you may like Tasha Alexander. So this is how you search, and this is how you find similar books to the authors that you have read. And again, let's click on search history. I don't know if see, my search histories were saved. And it will tell you where it ran and what the type of search was. Now, especially it's for librarians, so you really don't have to take a look at that if you don't want to. And here, these are the how do I's, so find read-alikes. And it just gives you an idea of how to find read-alikes and how read-alikes work. Most of this, again, is for librarians, but if you want to read through this, you can do that. There are tutorials. These, again, are for librarians. But there are, as you can see, lots of ways to search in NoveList in order to find the books that you might enjoy that are similar to the authors that you enjoy, and you have read every single book, or at least you think you have, in the library. If you have questions, if you need help, once the library is open, you can reach the Adult Services Desk at 706-243-2691. Thank you for your time and have a nice day.
We are springing into summer learning at the Chattahoochee Valley Libraries, and the program you just attended is one of the ways you can earn completions. Just go to cvlga.org and look for Spring into Summer Learning. You can register yourself and your family online, and then start reading and attending our online events. That's all you have to do. We're giving away weekly gift certificates, and every completion you make enters you into a grand prize drawing for tablets, games, gifts, and more. Remember, you have to register to win, cvlga.org, and we'll see you online again real soon.